The Aquarium of Niagara officially opened its 3.5 million penguin coast on Wednesday. The 15,000-gallon pool is home to a flock of Humboldt penguins. The new space is 5 times larger than the previous habitat and enables the venue to apply for Association of Zoos and Aquariums accreditation.
The last year has been full of a lot of very exciting, very important changes for the aquarium, not only with respect to our animal collection and improving the quality of our exhibits, our displays, and our habitats, but also the public amenities that we're able to offer the visitors coming through the aquarium. Now, the vision for Penguin Coast really was important for us, that we prioritize the naturalistic exhibit design that you see in the habitat behind me. So we went through a lot of work to make sure that that happened. We solicited the very best in experts across disciplines. We brought in a fantastic architectural firm. We collaborated with other zoos and aquariums. We wanted to make sure that when this product was unveiled, it had the very best of everything. And a lot of that is actually not even on public display. There's a significant amount of features and functions that lay behind the scenes in terms of a veterinary suite, a life support room. So this project takes up about 1,500 square feet on the first floor level and occupies even additional feet on our roof and basement. Now, construction, of course, came with its challenges. Shutting down a third of the aquarium was difficult, but we were able to do so in a productive way. We were able to tell the story of the aquarium and really show where we were headed as an organization. There was a lot of work that needed to be done. We had to pull down the existing, very degraded exhibits. They actually had to remove the structural slab that you're almost standing on. So there was a lot of work that went into that, some very noisy work. And for a construction crew to work in an environment like this, where there's animals living and calling it their home, we had to go through some pretty unique improvising to make sure that the animals were never affected adversely by the construction. There's no better experience than watching a young family walk up to the glass, make eye contact with our birds, have that connecting moment, and that definitely leads to an inspiration, a willingness, and a desire to learn more about these animals and hopefully inspire conservation change in their own activities.
Clearly, New York State, governor, the legislature have invested heavily in tourism, right? It's a huge industry, huge sector in New York State. I think the fourth largest in terms of employment, nearly 1 million people across the state working in the tourism industry, so many of you here today. In Western New York, it's a multiple billion-dollar industry, I think $3 or $4 billion of output and spending. Creating tens of thousands of jobs. No place more representative of that than here in downtown Niagara Falls, right? So we've been trying to play to our inherent strengths on this side of the river and be authentic about how we're going to invest in tourism. If you think about our reconnection of the waterfront, the removal of the Robert Moses Parkway, the investment in hundreds, maybe 1,000 hotel rooms in downtown Niagara Falls, kind of that tourism infrastructure, as you start to complete that, and extend stay and increase spend becomes more of a focus. That's all about things to do and about attractions. And so that kind of brings us to where we are today and kind of the large investment with regard to the Penguin Coast exhibit.
We've got a very strong role to play here in Niagara Falls in leading this region because we determined in our regional economic development plan that was the foundation for the Buffalo Billion, that tourism was going to be one of our growth industries going forward. And that put the onus on us to deliver. We want to be a full partner in economic development projects moving forward, including the future phases of work here at Aquarium of Niagara. Right, Gary? Because this is just the beginning of the great things that are going to happen here at the aquarium. It plays such an important role in our economy here, as the previous speakers touched on this. We've made some major investments in the tourism economy.
All right, 1, 2.